It's wrong to force your daughter or your son to marry someone that he doesn't love. Maybe to save face, he respects you, he could say yes, but the daughter or the husband or the spouse is not going to be happy because he doesn't love her. It is your duty to sit down with them and talk to them and suggest for them, help them, steer them to look for their best suitor. But you can't force it on them. If you do, the daughter will run away and she's going to end up in the street and she's going to become a prostitute. Who causes that? You. If you do that, she's going to take some tablets or some medication to kill herself, or she'll take some medication to destroy the fetus, that she got. So all this thing is not good. It is detrimental. It's not good. We should talk to them, listen to them, seek their advice before you could suggest for them, but you can't force them to marry this because they're going to be stick with them rest of their life. That is absolutely wrong. The Messenger don't like that. The Sahaba and the Salaf, none of them follow this order. I think we should be. This is culture and superstition and tradition. It is not part of Islam.
So, Sheikh, when it comes to marriage counseling, let's say a husband and a wife got in an argument and got in a problem. What is the best way for the husband and their wife to get along with it instead of the divorce?
Divorce is something that Allah have instituted in Islam, yet it is the most hateful injunction that Allah have given. According to some different school of thought, they say anytime there's a divorce, the throne of Allah quivers. Allah doesn't like that because it breaks down the family, the family setup. The children will grow up, no mother in the house, no father in the house. Divorce is not right. We should sit down. The Quran have given us what to do before we go to divorce. Sit them down, talk to them seriously. You're a man, you have impression, you have power and prowess. Talk to them, let them see they're wrong. If they don't do it, don't sleep with them in the night, separate from them. If they don't do it, scold them a little bit. Scolding them is like scold them. We scold children. It is good to scold children. They make wrong, hit them a little bit, not in a place that is going to cause harm, like in the face and this and that. To show your anger. If they don't change, then you can call their wali and their friend and their mothers and their parents. Talk about that. If that doesn't change, then you can part equitably. You can part equitably, not calling names and fighting and beating. Divorce is part of Islam because we can't force them. You can't force someone to stay with somebody who doesn't like.
Okay, Sheikh Hassan Harun, Celtics. You say, hello, please, can you pray with your family in the house without going to the masjid?
The husband is always the imam of the house, whether he likes it or not. That's why it's good to educate yourself in Islam. The father should be the imam of the house. You could pray with them. You could pray with them once in a while. You pray with them. The Messenger said, do not let your houses become graveyards. Pray in your house once in a while. When it's raining, for instance, you could gather them together and pray with them. If there is a storm that you don't want to go out, maybe lightning, this and that, you could pray with them. But it's always good for the man to go and pray in the community masjid. But for the case of the woman is good. It's best to pray inside the room. And then the next one is in the compound. The next one is in the haraba of the house. It's always good for the woman to pray inside. But if they want to go outside, they have the choice to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, Sheikh. Salam alaikum. Please, can your father visit your house to know your welfare in Islam?
Absolutely. Allah, I've quoted that ayah. Protect yourself and your children. It is good. I don't mean you should be going to the house. He's married. Your son got a wife, got a children. Anytime you go, it doesn't give you the respect. Your daughter-in-law might even be thinking, man, why is he coming all the time? Give them chance. Let them make their own mistake. Eventually, they will correct their mistake. But don't be going there all the time. You will lose face. What I'm saying is that you will lose respect from your daughter-in-law and maybe your father-in-law. Once in a while, tell them you are coming. Stop by. They'll be happy. Not all the time. Take time among it. Don't be doing that all the time.
All right, the next question is Muhammad Bashiru. He says, is it right to marry for your child and continue his or her schooling? Like to marry your child, your daughter, to somebody
else, right?
And then the daughter continue her schooling.
The moment you marry your daughter, the moment you marry her off, it is the husband who have absolute control on her. You could advise them, and show them guidance because you are the older, it's all good. But if the husband doesn't say, okay, I don't want her to go to school, she's my wife, he have the right to do so, unless before you get married to her, you have agreed and signed with your name that if you marry my daughter, will you let her go? It's a condition for you to get married. Once that is done, you have to fulfill that promise, because fulfillment of promise is part of Islam.
Okay. Please, can you swear whilst lying in the sense of looking for hire?
Anyone who swear by Allah when in fact he knows that what he said is not true, Allah said, Allah, I will require it of him. And anytime you swear to Allah, and if it's a lie, you are playing games with Allah. You use the name of Allah in vain, and Allah definitely is not going to make that happen. Maybe it will happen right, but at the end, you're not going to have it right. Whatever you do, try to do the best that you can. You don't swear with anybody, you swear by Allah. And make sure that whatever you swear on, it is a fact, it is reasonable, it is something that add weight to whatever you swear upon. But you can't do that.
Okay, Sheikh, this question is, what is the best age for a man to get married Islamically?
Islamically, there is no age at all. There is absolutely no age for a man to get married in Islam. But the moment a boy or a young man reach puberty, that means he have seen a sign that he's a man. At that time, any woman that he sleep with, she's going to be pregnant. The moment a woman sees her menses, no matter who she is, if any man be with her, she's going to be pregnant. And we don't want all this unwanted pregnancy. Gone are the Western ideology. Oh, I got to be 18, 20, 25 before I get married. Meanwhile, you have aborted more than 20 different abortions. By the time that you get married, you're going to have a lot of problems. So in Islam, it's natural. Even though we have some shuyukhs have sat down and came out with some fatwa that when a lady is about 14, 15, 16, 17 years, she can get married. That is within the bracket of getting married. And it has been done for many, 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 many years. From the Western and the Islamic and the different Hindu, they all do that. But Islam is the only religion that does not have, a definite age for marriage. That means anytime a woman can marry if she become a woman.
Okay, Sheikh, the next question is, please, what is the value of donation Ramadan food, fast food, and be doing good to need ones and poor?
The Ramadan is right in the corner. And this is the time that Allah sent down the Quran. The mercy of Allah is double in the month of Ramadan. As a matter of fact, the door that leads to the Ar-Rayyan is open for those who give as much as they can. If there's anyone who is thinking about giving, give as much as you can. Double it in the month of Ramadan, because the blessing that comes along with it cannot be quantified. Allah is the only one that knows exactly what you're going to get once you give as much as you can. Don't forget the poor. Don't forget the widow. Don't forget the blind people. Don't forget the Muslim who don't have but they feel shy to ask. You live around them. You live among them. You know the guys that need but they don't want to ask. Go there in the wee hour of the night. Give them some rice. Give them some milk. See their face. It will lighten up and the angels will be struggling to carry that blessing to Allah. Because it's beautiful. It's so nice. Come on, man. Let's just do it in the month of Ramadan. Give as much as you can, inshallah.
This is last question. Then the rest of the questions we may not get chance to answer because we already passed 30 minutes. And I think this is the last question we're going to ask Sheikh. I'm very, very sorry if I couldn't answer your question, inshallah, next time. Sheikh, the last question is, can you marry your brother ex-wife?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. If your brother is, married to her and he divorced her, and they break apart, you can't marry her. But there is a marriage of mercy. Your brother is with his wife and he passed away. So you take upon the wife and the children. They are yours already. And Allah will bless you for taking care of them and taking care of the wife. Allah will bless you. But if he is alive, there is no marriage amongst you unless he's outside or he's dead or something.
Yeah, as